Imagine this. Your husband of 42 years dies suddenly. At his funeral, your only daughter shows up late, stands in the back row checking her phone, barely sheds a tear, and leaves before the burial ends. She doesn't call for weeks. Then one day she texts, "Mom, need to talk. It's important." You think maybe she's finally coming around, but when she arrives, the first words out of her mouth are, "Dad left everything to you, right? How much? I need my share now. I'm in trouble." What she doesn't know? Dad didn't just leave everything to me. He left $80 million. And for the first time in my life, I decided to keep my mouth shut. That silence changed everything. My name is Eleanor Hayes. I'm 68 now. Back then, 65. My husband Jacob was the quiet type, a high school math teacher who loved puzzles, fishing, and me. We lived modestly in a small house in suburban Ohio. No fancy cars, no vacations to Europe. We saved every penny. People thought we were just getting by on his pension and my part-time library job. Our daughter, Sophia, was our only child. Beautiful, smart, ambitious. We poured everything into her. College tuition, wedding, down payment on her first house. She married a finance guy named Marcus, moved to Chicago, started a flashy life. Visits became rare. Calls became shorter. Busy mom, works crazy, maybe next month. When Jacob had his heart attack, I called her first. She said she'd come. She arrived 2 days after he passed. After the hospital, after I sat alone holding his hand as machines beeped their final goodbye. At the funeral, she wore designer black, hugged me stiffly, whispered, "Sorry, Mom," and left early for a meeting. No offer to help with arrangements, no stayover, just gone. I cried alone that night. But grief does strange things. It sharpens your senses, makes you notice what you ignored for years. 3 weeks after the funeral, I finally went through Jacob's desk. In the bottom drawer, taped under a false panel, was a plain envelope. My name in his handwriting. "Eleanor, open when you're ready. Only you." Inside, a letter, bank statements, investment records, and a key to a safe deposit box. The letter read, "My dearest Ellie, if you're reading this, I'm gone. I never told you because I didn't want money to change us. Over 40 years, I invested quietly. Stocks, real estate, index funds. Started with $50K from my parents, grew it patiently. No risks, just time and compound interest. It's now worth over $80 million. The accounts are in a trust in your name only. Sophia knows nothing. I love her, but I've watched her drift. Greed changes people. If she knew while I was alive, it would have poisoned what little we had left. Use it wisely. Protect yourself first. And if she ever shows her true heart, you'll know what to do. Forever yours, Jacob." I sat on the floor staring at numbers that didn't seem real. $80 million, $753,421.68 in one account alone. Properties in 3 states, stocks in blue-chip companies, all mine. My first instinct, call Sophia, tell her, share it. We're family. But then I remembered her at the funeral, the cold hug, the quick exit, the silence since. I closed the envelope, hid it again, and decided she doesn't need to know. Not yet. Months passed. I kept living small. Same house, same routines, drove the old Buick, shopped at discount stores. Neighbors pitied me. Poor Eleanor, all alone now. Sophia called once. "Mom, Marcus and I are struggling. His firm laid him off. We might lose the house. Can you help? Just a loan." I asked how much. $150,000. We'll pay you back. I said I'd think about it. She got angry. "Dad would have helped. You're being selfish." I hung up, cried, but didn't send a dime. She stopped calling for a while. Then came the visit. 6 months after the funeral. She showed up unannounced with Marcus. Both looked stressed, designer clothes wrinkled, eyes tired. "Mom, we need to talk about Dad's will," she said at my kitchen table like she owned it. "There was no big will," I lied calmly. "Just the house, his pension, a small savings account, about $40,000 total after bills." Her face fell, then hardened. "That's it? After everything? We counted on more." Marcus jumped in. "Eleanor, legally, as his spouse, you got it all, right? Family shares, right? Sophia's his daughter." I smiled sadly. "Jacob wanted it simple. Everything to me." Sophia exploded. "You always favored yourself. Dad spoiled you. Now you're hoarding what little there is while we drown." They left angry. She slammed the door. That night, I checked the trust account online, saw the balance again, felt sick, but also powerful. Over the next year, things got worse for them. Marcus's job hunt failed. They sold their fancy car, moved to a smaller apartment. Sophia started posting vague social media rants like, "Family who abandon you when you need them most," or "Some people change after money hits." She called begging, "Mom, please, we're about to be evicted, anything." I sent $2,000. "That's all I can spare." She called it an insult. Then came the real twist. She hired a lawyer, claimed I was hiding assets, demanded an accounting of Jacob's estate. The lawyer sent letters, threatened court. I hired my own attorney quietly, using just a fraction of the fortune. We stonewalled. No hidden assets, modest estate. Court date came. Judge dismissed it fast. No evidence of fraud. Sophia was furious, showed up at my door screaming, "You're lying! Dad had to have more! You stole from us!" Neighbors heard. I stayed calm. "Go home, Sophia." She left crying. Inside, I broke. Called my lawyer. Should I tell her? He said, "Not yet. Let her show who she really is." 2 years after Jacob's death, Sophia and Marcus divorced. He took what was left. She moved back to Ohio, into a cheap studio apartment, worked retail, lost weight, looked haunted. One rainy night, she knocked, soaked, eyes red. "Mom, I have nowhere else." I let her in, made tea. She cried for hours. I was awful. After Dad died, I thought if I got money, everything would fix. But I lost everything anyway, including you. She listened, didn't interrupt. She said, "I treated you like you owed me, like your grief didn't matter. I was wrong." For the first time, no demands, just regret. I hugged her. First real hug in years. But I still didn't tell. 3 months later, she was living with me, helping around the house, got a better job, started therapy. One evening over dinner, she said, "Mom, if Dad left more, would you have told me?" I took a breath. He did leave more. A lot more. She froze. I pulled out the original envelope, handed it to her. She read Jacob's letter, saw the numbers, gasped. $80 million? Mom, all this time? Yes. Tears streamed. Why hide it? I suffered. We lost everything. "Because," I said quietly, "I needed to know if you'd love me without it, if you'd come back because I'm your mother, not a bank." She sobbed. "I came back broken, but I stayed because I love you, not the money." I nodded. "I know. That's why I'm telling you now." We talked all night. She asked questions, I answered. I gave her access, but not control. Set up a trust for her. $5 million immediate, more over time if she stayed responsible. The rest you? For charity, my care, future grandkids. She refused at first. "I don't deserve it." I said, "You deserve a chance to rebuild, but earn it. No shortcuts." Today, 5 years later, Sophia works in nonprofit, helps single moms, married a kind teacher, has a baby girl named Ellie. We visit Jacob's grave together.
She talks to him. "Dad, I get it now. Thank you for protecting Mom and for the lesson. I kept the secret because love sometimes requires tough choices. Was it cruel? Maybe. Was it necessary? Absolutely. If you're a parent, think hard before you hand over everything. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't money, it's truth. And if you're the child, ask yourself, would you still call if there was nothing left to take?"